When it comes to well-known brands in the 3D printed model aircraft community, names like 3Blap Print, Eclipson, Plane Print, and a company that has been enlisted Titan Dynamics come to mind. Their products are all very diverse, and there are a lot of them. As for whether they fly well or not, honestly, I can't really say. But this time, I came across an Indonesian manufacturer called Owl Plane. The BAE Hawk model they designed is really interesting. Not only does it feature a lot of advanced design concepts, but most importantly, the flying experience is absolutely top-notch. I have to praise the overall design of this trainer aircraft is truly outstanding. I also have to mention that its wing design uses the standard Clark Y-shaped airfoil, which is widely recognized in the model aircraft community as one of the best for flying. You can tell from the takeoff and landing posture of the trainer that it maintains excellent stability even at low speeds. This is a flying experience I've never had before with any 3D printed model aircraft. Take note, we didn't install any flight control system on this plane. It's flown completely manually, yet it still achieves outstanding stability. That's really quite rare. On top of that, this plane comes with fully functional flaps and retractable landing gear, and most importantly, you can install up to 6 navigation lights on the whole aircraft. It really looks amazing. The only minor regret might be that there's no speed brake, since duct fan jets do fly pretty fast, and honestly, a speed brake would be quite useful. But because the plane itself isn't that big, it doesn't really have much impact on basic flying.
好的，那这一次我们是照例来到了中山副驾飞行基地来测试我们的这一架英式教练机。可以看到这架飞机它的尺寸不大，跟飞翼那一架70韩道的红箭是差不多的。但其他品牌呢，我暂且不论。我们今天就先来测试这一架英式教练机。嘿，那我们先来上跑道，一档机。可以看到动力是很充足啊，70韩道在这里完全不是问题。 然后在跑道就位可以看到，今天的风是比较小的，几乎没有什么侧风。然后除了天气阴一点之外，其他都还好。那现在我们是已经准备好了，就可以开始上跑道。好，现在已经在跑道上就位了，然后检查没有问题，我们准备起飞。好，推满油，起飞。哎。 可以看到很轻松就拉起来了，升降空之后我们来收起落架。我先带着紧翼来遍地用通场试一下，到了高空就可以收50%的油门了。它的循环还是比较稳定的，然后指向也比较好。之后来开始准备转弯。转弯会稍稍掉一下速，但是不用着急，可以给点油来修正。这时候来看一下，可以看到稳定性是很不错的。来推油上去。 稳定性不错，来，这个时候准备收紧翼，我们试着掉一个头，看下滚转性能如何啊？好，这个时候稍稍顶着高空应该会有的风向，然后攒下速度，准备3、2、1，转。哎，滚转也不是很灵活啊。好，收点油，我们节约一下能源。飞回来先有点远了，飞机确实比较小啊，这时候稍微有点起风。 好，给点油，我们来试一下它的筋斗性能。我曾经试过这个飞机的筋斗，它确实是比较容易失速的，但是，哎，这一次可以看到速度不够。哎，来，我们掉个头回来再看一下。 好，转弯就推油门，给回来攒速度，来个筋斗。好，推满油拉。看到半径很大呀，这个异形的限制下，它并不会那么容易的进失速，但如果速度太大的话，也会容易失速的。好，我的计时器开始告诉我它要没电了，那我这个时候放一档紧急放起落架，准备左边降落。飞机先试一下，看能不能顺边降落，因为这个时候有点起风了。哎，速度很快，不行，得复飞。大概反对啊，该飞还是得飞，没有对准就还是得上去。拉下高度，顺便检查起落架。哎，起落架3点都在，那我们就再掉一个头。下飞机一定要带速度降落，千万不要收油降落，千万不要收油降落啊！好，对准跑道，用方向带一下，好。哎，中着了，可以啊，还是降下来了。起落架很稳固，中着陆也完全没有问题。好，速度降下来，我们就把它带回来。捡飞机，不是。
You could say that this Hawk jet trainer is definitely the most reassuring plane to fly among all the duct fan models. But now I have to talk about some of its minor drawbacks and things to watch out for. First of all, you really need to control the takeoff weight and the center of gravity of this plane, because these small wings have to bear a load that, after multiple tests, reached 107.5 grams per square decimeter if you use regular materials for printing. And for that wing loading, it could even go over 200, which is honestly a bit over the top. So for this plane, I really suggest you don't bother thinking about what material to use anymore. Just stick to using foam material for printing to be safe. And the high wing loading of this plane brings some obvious problems, so this plane is almost impossible to land at a high angle. Especially during high G-turns, stalling and loss of speed are very noticeable. Although, this might be a common issue with this jet trainer, please make sure not to land it with a steep angle. You can do what I do, level it out and let it slowly come down. Keep the landing posture steady, as this can greatly protect your landing gear. Now, I have to share what I think is the most interesting part of this plane. The landing gear is entirely 3D printed. Yes, that is it. It's even a kneeling type landing gear, and honestly, this is the most reliable landing gear design I've ever seen. We used ABS material to print this landing gear, and up until our last crash, we had already done nearly 60 consecutive flights. We've put it through high-intensity landing tests, so its stability speaks for itself. That's why I especially recommend this plane to anyone who wants to get into duct fan model aircraft. In our studio, we've paired it with a complete set of X-Fly 70mm duct fan and a 100N ESC, and we're using a 6S 3300 mAh battery for power. The full configuration list and costs are shown in the image, so if you're interested, feel free to take a screenshot for reference. As for this jet trainer model, there really isn't much of a story to tell about it. But as a trainer plane, it truly helped me a lot when it came to flying duct fan aircraft. I could practice over and over again until I ran out of all my battery reserves, then head home with my intact model plane. This mindset is actually quite different from when I first started getting into 3D printing model aircraft. I used to think that cheap 3D printed planes would let me crash without worrying about the high costs, so I could just go all out. After every crash, I just needed to recover the electronics and could reassemble the next plane. For most beginner pilots, this really is a very cost-effective option. But after getting my hands on this particular jet trainer, I finally experienced what it feels like to bring the plane home in one piece. I didn't have to feel frustrated or disappointed. I just needed to know that I'd be able to fly it again next time. So, in this episode, the 3D printed BAE Hawk received a recommendation rating of 4.8 stars from everyone in the studio, which is almost a perfect score from the whole team. The excellent flying experience goes without saying, and with the standard navigation light system, this plane is especially comfortable to fly in the evening. We're happy to share all of this with you, and we wish that every plane can make it home safely. That's all for this episode. We've already put the link to this Hawkjet trainer file in the comments section. So if you're interested, feel free to check it out. If there are any other planes you'd like to see, you're welcome to leave a comment and join the discussion. Lastly, a big thank you to your guys who love 3D printed models. Because of you, 3D printed aircraft community thrives. This is Ketty Studio. See you in the next episode.